Hello, and once again, we are live to the Modern Mystery School UK and EU podcast and YouTube channel. And today we are joined by the lovely Paul. Paul, how are you?
Great. I'm very nervous about this because.
Well, no need to be nervous. Just a little informal chat and find out a little bit more about your story, because you've had such a successful career. In many areas, engineering, but produced your own TV show and such like. So can I just cast your mind back to the beginning and just ask you, why would you want to go to empower thyself? What made you want to take that step and have initiation?
Now, listening to the question, I realize why I like to do the TV shows as a host. So,
much easier.
Yeah, it's not so engaging, even. So, rolling back, it's something like, honestly, my beautiful, astonishing, so perfectly perfect wife was one of the engines. And I have to acknowledge that and to thank her in this way. And on the other side, I was Ipsisiva Divina. I was seeking for a long time for this. So I was, like a dog in the leash. I was trying this, I was trying that, I was trying that. A lot of knowledge came to me, little practice, I have to admit that, but it was not enough. It was not the thing. And after I heard Roxana's feedback after the initiation she took in London, I decided to let myself in the flow and just roll, which I did. Honestly, at the Empower Thyself class, I was wondering, what do I make here? What on earth took me on this chair? And I started to feel all the knowledge as true. So they just landed and they resonated with something that I didn't know until then. And that was the one of the breakthrough points. And after that, after the class itself, it was the moment of the initiation. And then again, nervousness. What will it happen? I heard they use the sword. Is it long? Is it short? Is it sharp? And it was basically, I can confess that I felt very little. I expected the sky to fall on my shoulders and for me to grow in the Superman, but it was then, in that moment, not like this. But after that, it started to things started to come to me, and when they came to me, they had another impact, and I was not. I changed. Let's put it this way. I changed, and this is the path that I'm walking ever since, changing with every little bit, with every class, with every initiation, with every temple, with every discussion even that I have with you or with one of our master teachers, our colleagues.
Paul, can I ask you, because obviously you're a gentleman, you're a man, and as a man, we tend to think of men more as the logically minded. So how did you find Empower Thyself from that perspective?
It was, how do you say about the food? Satiable? Satios, we say satios in Romanian. It was good for the stomach. It was good for the mind. So it brought a lot of answers, even if the answers and the knowledge and the lines and the lines between the lines were not quite what I was expecting. But they brought structure. And what I had from the previous journey, there were a lot of elements, which in my case, maybe others are more organized, I don't know. But in my case, it was like a liquid, when you pour in the water some oil and you stir it a little and they are just floating there. And the Empower Thyself class brought me structure and brought me some kind of like in a furniture, the different compartments, which I was longing for, basically.
Amazing, thank you. So obviously, it's one thing to take the class, Empower Thyself, and to walk the path, but then to want to be able to teach that to others, it takes a lot of training. I mean, it's a fairly big step and a big decision in how you want to live your life. So what made you want to do that?
Yeah, I will try to make the long story short. So basically, there are 7 years between my Empower Thyself and my first Empower Thyself as a guide, which will be in 8 and 9 March in Bucharest. Thank you. And it was a journey that I just took. I made it step by step. I was alternative, pushed, pulled, forced, encouraged, and so on, supported, and I made it to here. And when the pandemic was, then we were, my beautiful wife Roxana and I, we were hugely frustrated because we knew pretty many things, and we were not allowed, if you want, to give them further. And that was the moment where we put all the engines on and became teachers. Roxana became the first guide 2 years ago, and I last year in autumn. So we did that because how do you say in English? God forbid. Yeah. Something similar, and then at least we have the resources here. So now we are 4 guides in Romania, and we feel that we have other support. We are able to offer other kind of support that we were able to do it some years ago, and now we have the knowledge. We have your support from the lineage. And yes, it's another situation. Should it be again, God forbid? So
you're talking about the COVID situation when nobody could travel into Romania and teach the Empower Thyself class, of course. Yeah.
Yes, but we did not. I don't remember if Radu was or was not in the country at that time. But basically, it was no Romanian guide available. So now we have with 4 additional guides in Romania.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people felt like that in that time when we were isolated to certain areas or certain countries. Then we could only share what we had, of course. And then, it really helped us all understand, well, hang on a minute, I need to be a little bit more prepared here in case, like you say, if anything did happen again, or, I don't know, I'm dropped off in the Antarctica or something on my own. Yeah, I could,
On the other side, Romania's internal situation is not very stable politically, and politics leads the rest of the game because they are making the game, basically the rules. And this is another point of support that I wanted to bring it to be light. To quote Sovereign Ipsissimus Dave, to be the walk, to be the things that we teach. There, I'm still challenged. I'm strongly challenged because my everyday life, it's like a turmoil, and I feel like a swimmer in a jacuzzi in a turmoil, and it's for me it's hard to hold the balance here. And I engaged in becoming a guide because I want to be able to offer to the others what I received from my guide and from you, the other teachers from the school.
Yeah, it's so true. In a world where it is going topsy-turvy all the time, you're so right. Having the tools to bring that balance, to even out, is just, I mean, it's invaluable. I mean, just invaluable. It doesn't matter. I think whichever country you're in right now, or it could be any, and for various different reasons. And I think that echoes across all of us feel like that we're also grateful that we have these tools to support us, that we definitely want to make sure that others can have them, if they want them.
Yes, it is. I have to mention that I'm honored to be a guide and to be accepted to be a guide. Now I'm a guide in training still. So at this Empowered Thyself in 8 and 9 March, Erin, one of the master teachers in the school, will be with us, monitoring me, which is great. I find it a great opportunity to grow, to have a mirror, to get other knowledge where they are needed, and I'm sure they are needed. And yes, it is, one of the challenges that I face is to properly, to efficiently, I don't know how to say, tell somehow the people what is going on, what they will receive. Because for me, for example, now I have to recognize, I have to admit that I'm sometimes, pretty often, I'm afraid to think, because once I was thinking something, then the universe did whatever job it did, and it became fact. And it's a very responsibilitating, is it in English, moment and aspect.
It is. It gives us so much, doesn't it? It gives us great power. I totally agree. We are running out of time. I mean, it is whizzed by. But could I just ask you one question, and we'll, short time. Who do you think Empower Thyself is for? Do you think it's just for spiritual people, just for certain type of people?
No. I start to build, and it's coming to an end, the first end, because everything is ending and ending and ending and ending more times with every step on this a program which is named Spirituality in Business, and this is to show the people, to say the people, or to teach the people that spirituality is life, that spirituality is business. Spirituality is everywhere, even if when you are, let's put it nice, washing the car, then you are still in a spiritual state, whatever state it is. So what I got from the Modern Mystery School, and from all the teachings, and from the teachers, and from my colleagues, it was that assembly point, that power, that it's not an understanding, because quite honest, I question myself pretty often, but it is a fact. It just is. Did I answer the question?
You did.
It's for everyone.
Everybody's welcome, and everybody's going to benefit from it. Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Okay, so I'm very excited that you're going to be having a class on the 8th and 9th of March. This is 2025 if you're watching a replay.
Yes.
Tell us where you're having that.
It will be in Bucharest at Ascending Light Spirit Center that is nicely offered by Stefana for that. And thank you, Stefana. And yes, it's a beautiful place, and it's clean, it's worked. We are working already since some time, especially the ladies, Stefana and Roxana there. So it is prepared, and it will be simply great.
Wonderful. And I've just heard from somebody close to you, it's your birthday on Initiation Day.
Yes. Yes, I pushed myself to do that, because I'm basically I'm a little bit afraid. So I just put a limit there, and this is what I have chosen.
Well,
I think it's one of the greatest gifts that I can make myself and to the others in that special day for me.
it is. It really is. Have a wonderful day. I shall be thinking about you all. Thank you for sharing your journey with us.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
And thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Have a nice evening.